your mic.
Yes, it is on. We are live. Anthony's Pizza in Steven City once again. I'm Josh. That's Carlos. Welcome back.
What's up?
What's up? How you been?
Oh, living the dream.
Man. So once again, we're here at Anthony's Pizza, a live show like we did last year for the NFL Draft. The NFL Draft, the first big event of the NFL season where some pretty special names might get their names called on night one.
You're talking away from the mic. They can't hear you.
Yep. There we go. My
We're
first
live.
mistake of the night. But anyways, our some big names might get called tonight, and we're here to break it all down for you here at Anthony's Pizza. But first and foremost, this event would not be possible without our sponsors, PM Plus Reserve, Shenandoah Primitives, Dr. Dave Leadership Corporation, Mark Francis with Icon Real Estate. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of guests throughout the night, virtually and maybe in person too. So we're going to just get started. We have a very special guest from across the pond. He has been very adamant about Washington, the Washington Commanders. He is a very passionate, diehard fan for the United Kingdom. He is the host of a new podcast, Hitting the Turnbuckle, a wrestling podcast, along with the
I should have brought my bell.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dang it, I should have brought the bell.
He's a wrestling fan now. We should get you hooked on that podcast.
I'm
but,
not. I'm a casual fan. I'm not a diehard.
Yeah, and
anymore.
The Bunker with Andy and Freddie. It's the one, the only Andy Burrows joining us right now from the UK. Andy, my friend, can you hear us loud and clear?
Joshy boy, how are you, my man?
Hey, I'm doing well, my friend. It's been quite a while since the last time we have seen you. Hopefully everything is going well. But first and foremost, Andy, tell us about the preparation you put into doing this UK event for the Washington Commanders, because I know there's a big following of Commanders fans in the UK. What was that like getting this all set up?
Yeah, man, I'm here with the boys. I don't hear enemy pan around. You might be able to see.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're in a casino. It's now 12:30 at night. We're getting ready for the draft, so we're going to be here till like 4:30 in the morning.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's going to be if we trade back, we might not make it.
I doubt.
Scott won't make it.
I highly doubt Washington will trade back. What you guys drinking though tonight? Well, what's on the
we've got some Budweiser, Corona, Guinness.
so you're drinking some imported beer over
I'm
there.
doing a lot of podcast here.
Drinking some imported beer
over there, because Budweiser over there is imported.
You don't drink Bud Light though, so we're on the proper stuff.
I work for Anheuser-Busch, so
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
no, we're on.
I drink it all.
So what was it like setting this up, Andy? Because I know the Commanders sent you a bunch of stuff, some goodie bags, some merchandise to get out. How did this all come to start, like the preparation and planning for this?
Yeah, so my man Scott here said like we just wanted to get everyone together, and it's hard because we're all over the country. Literally, people from here all over the country. I mean, I got a flight up. People got a 7-hour train journey up. People have driven up. We're literally from all over the United Kingdom. It's quite hard to organise because you're never going to please everyone. So we've come up to Edinburgh this year in Scotland. It's hard to get everyone together, but we're all here. It hasn't been easy, but we're looking forward to the draft. The problem is it's just such a late night for everyone here in the UK, and you have to remember everyone here in the UK has work tomorrow. So
yeah,
night two might be better here tomorrow night. So we're back here tomorrow as well for night two, which might be a bit better because not a lot of people have got work on Friday, but it's good. I mean, the guys that are here are amazing, like committed as hell. Biggest Washington fans you'll ever meet, and it's been good. We've been hanging out for the last 5 or 6 hours, so we may have drank a few beers.
So, Andy, tell us about the Bunker, the new podcast you started with another content creator, Freddie Ham. How's that going?
Yeah, it's been really well received. You know what I mean? We're still, like, so you've got me and a lot of people don't realise this. Obviously, I'm here in the UK, Freddie's there in America. So, like, it's like coordinating it is really hard. So we try and record on a Sunday because obviously, like, I'm 5 hours ahead of Freddie.
Yeah.
But it's been really good, man. I just love representing the team over here in the United Kingdom, and you know what I mean. And to do a podcast with like one of my good friends, and it's just brilliant what the podcast world has given me. I get to sit here and do things like this, Josh. I know I consider you a friend. You know what I mean. It's brilliant. So I'm glad to be repping the UK, and the Bunker podcast has really started well, my man. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like this, it only networks and helps you grow in a sense. That my podcast, this is our second year live from Anthony's Pizza, home of the Warriors. So, yeah, I mean, what a better way than get out, branch, and network? That's what it's all about in this podcast community. You just got to go out and network, and you're going to make it places, you know?
Yeah, I hope so, man. I'm not really bothered about downloads, views, or that. I mean, just the opportunity that it's given me. I'm sitting here with guys that I would never have met if it wasn't because of a podcast. You know what I mean? And some of them are like really, really good friends now, and we all hang out, and we're all here trying to arrange to meet up in like during the season. And that's all because of a podcast. I'm sitting here with a bunch of guys right now, all because of Twitter and a podcast. And that's what the social media does. The power of it does good, my friend. It does good sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So Commanders, pick 11. Do you think they stay at 11? Trade back, trade up? Who do you think they get?
Oh, bro, if they trade back, it's going to be like 4 o'clock in the morning. So we're all praying it doesn't happen. I think we take a wide receiver. I think we take London at 11. I mean, I don't know what you guys are thinking. Carl Hamilton. A lot of the guys here are saying Carl Hamilton at 11.
That's who I have.
It's going to be interesting. But this is Washington. You never know. They could surprise the hell out of us,
or they could draft some scrub that
take Malik Willis at 11.
Yeah, like last year. Jamin Davis. I mean, I was like, who's Jamin Davis? He surprised me last year.
The problem is we need weapons. So we'll go for weapons. It's just whether if we could trade back and it might be beneficial, or does Payne go anywhere in the next 45 minutes and we get a 3rd round pick? There's so many things that could happen.
Yeah, absolutely, my man. Andy, live it up there in the UK. We appreciate you hopping on with us tonight, brother. Keep up the great work, my man, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Cheers, Josh. Anything for you, bro. Take care, mate.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Bye, brother.
That was Andy Burrows, the biggest fan in the UK, drinking imported beer.
It's so weird to think that Budweiser's imported, but
absolutely.
Over there it's imported.
So if you're checking us out live, make sure you comment. We have the comments up. Let us know what you think
join
of
the
this
show. Be a part of the show.
Yes, join the show, and even better, come out to Anthony's and see us in person. Who's better? You can meet the Swiss Army knife in person.
I don't know if you want to do that. But,
yeah, I mean, the Swiss Army knife.
I'll just.
But anyways, okay. So Anthony's Pizza, home of the Warrior. If you want to come out, it's 161 Warrior Drive in Stevens City, Virginia. For tonight only, if you order and mention the Kirby on Sports podcast, you get 10% off full price items when you when you mention our podcast. And also, you can get a free appetizer when you pay cash. You get your choice of breadsticks, garlic knots, or dessert, cinnamon dots, or cinnamon sticks. So if you pay cash,
I think they're cinnamon dots.
I have no clue.
I kind of want to try it.
Well, I don't blame you. We might have to, but so NFL draft, we're getting close to it. We wanted to
20 minutes away from the start.
20 minutes away from the start. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about our teams and what we think our teams need. Starting off with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, man. And I only studied for the Cowboys. I didn't study for the Chiefs. All right. The Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, the Chiefs.
Yeah. I didn't really study for the Chiefs. I haven't really been on the Chiefs because I'm not worried about the Chiefs. I'm worried about the Cowboys. I mean, listen, this offseason's been rough for Dallas, for the fan base at least. We are definitely – the fan base is in a rough spot right now, especially with how the season ended with the playoff loss to San Francisco. The way, free agency panned out. We didn't really make any big signings. We lost Randy Gregory. We traded away Amari Cooper, which I still think is the dumbest decision we ever made, but we did that. And again, we lost Connor Williams. We let go Lyle Collins. So there's a lot of holes in the team that we definitely need to fill up that they didn't necessarily address too much in the offseason. We did resign Michael Gallup, but he's not going to play until like maybe week 3 at best. So really right now, and we only made like we re-signed a couple guys, but we didn't make any marquee signings here, and especially losing out on Randy Gregory, that one hurt. All because of some language in the contract is why we lost him. But first and foremost, Dallas definitely needs to address the offensive line. It's clear that left guard was the biggest issue this past season. And now also losing Connor Williams, that doesn't help. So we definitely got to get a left guard. Probably going to be Kenyon Green out of Texas A&M is the favorite right now. But I think Dallas also needs a wide receiver. Now, the good news is about this draft is both those positions are very deep this year. So even if we don't get, even if we go with one position in the first round, there'll definitely be a guy in the second round for us. So with that being said, if we're going to go with a lineman here at pick 24, it'll probably be Kenyon Green out of Texas A&M, or there's another guy. I can't remember his name right now. But then if we go with a wide receiver, that'll be because it'll be interesting to see who falls, because somebody's going to fall in the wide receiver position. And the favorite right now, if it's a wide receiver, is Chris Olave. Now, that depends on what Washington decides to do. Do they want to go with Drake London, or do they want to go with Chris Olave, or do they go with what I think they really need, which we're going to get into, which I think they need somebody in the secondary to really help them out. I think they should go with Kyle Hamilton, and Kyle Hamilton's there. But for the most part, Dallas needs those two positions primarily, but also if, say, one Nakobe Dean out of Georgia falls, you can't pass that up. You have to take him, because that would then free up Micah Parsons, and Micah Parsons can then be more free to move around and attack the quarterback, where then Nakobe Dean could take the middle linebacker spot and be the guy there and really help free up Micah Parsons.
This might be just me, but this draft class is not quarterback heavy this year.
No, and I think that's why it's not like last year. That's what
makes this draft interesting. More interesting.
But it also makes it less, like, I guess, exciting, because
correct. I agree with that.
Because the quarterback position, that's the sexiest position on the field.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, in terms of the draft is deep. It's very talented, especially at lineman, at edge rusher, and at wide receiver. Like those three positions, this is a super heavy draft, very deep. But in terms of quarterbacks, I mean, it's just not a strong quarterback draft class. Yeah. Next year's draft class is going to be strong at quarterback. This year's it's not, and it's coming off of a year. Last season we had Trevor Lawrence, we had Zach Wilson, we had Trey Lance, we had Justin Fields.
Trey Lance surprised us last year. Remember
that one was we had Mac Jones, we had, I think those are the 5 quarterbacks taken. Was there any other quarterback taken that you can remember in the first round? I think that was it.
I think that.
But look at that, 5 first round quarterbacks last season. Mm-hmm. Only one of them didn't really play that much, which was Trey Lance. But he's the future of San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like you're gonna have a drop off in the next year, because like those were the guys.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see how people really receive this draft, because it's not quarterback. Like you're not gonna find. I wouldn't say that somebody's not going to find the quarterback of the future, because I think there's definitely one guy in this draft class that I think, if he's given the opportunity, he will surprise everybody.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, this is not a quarterback heavy draft class at all.
Yeah. So I'll talk about the Commanders, the Washington Commanders.
God, such a lame name. Such a lame name.
Well, whoever they draft, it will 100% not help them. They are too far.
No, that's not true. I don't believe that one at all.
Really?
I don't. I really don't. I think if you guys draft either Kyle Hamilton, that'll help you guys tremendously in the secondary. That guy's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
You guys draft Drake London, or rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins, of course, passed away.
We did not go. We did not
cover that, but we'll get into that soon here in a second. But what was it? Oh yeah, if you guys get Drake London, that's going to help Carson. That's going to give Carson Wentz another weapon to work with. Now we know Carson Wentz isn't the most accurate quarterback, and he will overthrow guys deep. But if you got Scary Terry,
they pay
and
too
then you got
much.
Drake London, or if you got Chris Olave out there, I mean, it's going to help your team tremendously.
Yes.
So
that is true.
So I completely disagree with the statement that whoever you draft in the first round this year is not going to help your team, because they will help your team.
Well, yeah, I was just being sarcastic, because of all the issues the Commanders are having.
Yeah, but those aren't like
But I'm
on a football perspective.
I'm going to say this: the Washington Commanders on the football field alone, they need defense. There's still no movement with Terry McLaurin, and if he's going to resign. That's one thing you have to figure out. Is Terry going to resign? If not, you might want to look wide receiver in Olave, like you said. But if not, look at the defense first. Look at Kyle Hamilton. I researched this a little bit on my spare time, and I think Kyle Hamilton might be the best bet, in my opinion. But it's the Commanders. They could surprise us.
They could, but I'm definitely going with. I think if Kyle Hamilton is there, because there's some mock drafts that have Kyle Hamilton going a lot earlier. But I mean, if Kyle Hamilton is there, you have to take him because that's the right pick.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's not there, then you can start looking at Drake London or Chris Olave.
Yep.
Because chances are, the other wide receiver from Ohio State, what's his name? It starts with a W, I think. I can't remember his name right now.
I have a blank on that.
I'm so terrible with names, so I don't have I need to have the draft sheet in front of me. But long story short, the other Ohio State kid is going to get drafted before Chris Olave does.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be interesting for sure. But we did not cover this. I don't believe we had a podcast. We took kind of a short hiatus, like stuff gets busy. Unfortunately, Dan cannot be with us
tonight
on this show today. Excuse me. But unfortunately, the tragic news of Dwayne Haskins, he tragically lost his life in South Florida. And I just think very sad news. Thoughts and prayers out to family and friends of Dwayne Haskins. Obviously, a very sad situation. And for the most part, I think it was interesting. He was so loved. I'm not really sure why, but he had 3 services because he was from Maryland, so had one there, and then New Jersey and Pittsburgh. So, I mean, a lot of people were shocked about that news. So, obviously, very sad to see.
Yeah, it's sad because he was so young, and especially seeing videos of like literally just like a few hours before his death were out there where he looked very happy. They were in Florida. They were, he was there with teammates working out, and for him to pass the way he did, it's sad, and especially considering I think him and his is it fiance or wife? His wife, they just had a kid too, didn't they? If I remember correctly, they just had a kid.
I don't believe so.
I believe they had a kid.
I'm not 100% on that.
But
so.
Either way, it's very tragic. It's very sad. Obviously, I don't know. It was just like he had such like great potential, and for him to never like fully like realize it, I guess is sad. And then for him, but I mean that's not even the important thing. The sad thing is like, we lost a life, and like especially like in a young life too, and that's the sad part about
it. Absolutely. A lot of these young names might get called today. I remember doing this last year. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to a lot of fun, but I do smell the pizza. I do smell the food, and oh my gosh, I'm getting kind of hungry.
So am I.
Oh yeah. Tell you what. But we're going to try to get some guests on. going to try to schedule some in-person stuff if possible, if not virtual, obviously. So be on the lookout for that. But you know, it's the draft. It's gonna be fun. I don't know. We got about 9 minutes 34 seconds. That's what the timer says. But remember how long
Yeah,
they drag this stuff
they
out?
always do a bunch of pageantry in the beginning, and then it's just like that. And it's interesting because this year there's no real consensus as to who the number one pick is going to be. Now there's a favorite, which is Aiden Hutchinson, but there's a lot of talk that it might not be him. It could easily. I think it would be a mistake not to draft Aiden Hutchinson because I think Aiden Hutchinson he reminds me a lot of JJ Watt. Actually, no, take that back. He reminds me more of TJ Watt more than JJ. So I think he would be, he would be a tremendous pick for Jacksonville. But, yeah, I'm not sure who the number one pick is going to be. And my next question is somebody going to really take a quarterback in the first round? That's my because this isn't a strong.
I would not be surprised if it didn't happen.
So we were originally going to do a mock draft show, but then things kind of got in the way and we ended up not doing it. But in my original mock draft,
I do apologize for that.
It wasn't your fault. It was also me. But originally in my mock draft, like I didn't have any team taking a quarterback in the first round because I just don't think there's really I think there's one dude in particular that I think if he's given the opportunity, he will take it and he will be a solid quarterback for the next 10 years. But I don't think there's a first round worthy guy. I don't think Kenny Pickett is that guy. I don't think Matt Corral's recently, there's been a lot of questions about this guy's character. So I don't think he's necessarily, a guy you want to draft first round. Malik Willis, I'm not sold on him either. I mean, he's a lot like he's basically going to be a Josh Allen where it's going to be a project. So it depends on the team that he goes to. Because he's got a big arm, like the guy can throw, like there's no doubt about it. But he's very raw. He's very green. There's got to be a lot of seasoning that's got to be done on him.
Absolutely.
So it'll be very, very interesting to see who takes on that project. But it has to be the right team because we've seen what happens when the wrong team takes a quarterback or takes that project and it doesn't pan out.
I understand where you're coming from there. Going back to what you said about the quarterbacks, there might not be a quarterback taken in the first round. I feel like I agree with you there because the quarterback class is not that strong. And like you said, it's like the luxury position, because
it's the marquee. It's, like you build your team around the quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, you don't really have a team.
It's like nobody wants to see like a defensive end get drafted in the first round. It's all about the marquee quarterback saying, oh, this guy's going to be number one. That's why I think this draft is going to be interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. I am very much so looking forward to it.
By the way, if you guys want to watch along, we are watching on ESPN, not NFL Network. So
ESPN, yes.
We're about 6 minutes from the start of the draft right now. So, of course, like we said, it's not like it actually starts immediately at 8 o'clock.
Yep. So we are here.
A little bit.
We are here, Anthony's Pizza. So come out and get some food. You can see us live. Who doesn't want to see the Swiss Army knife?
And mention the podcast, you get 10% off.
Yes, that is correct. Let's take a look here. The Giants. The Giants have a lot of work they need to do.
Yes, of course. I mean, I guess we should talk about the other NFC East teams.
Yeah, why not?
Because, I mean, those are the teams that we have to face.
Let's try to, mix in teams and just talk about what we think.
Yeah, so, the Giants, I mean, they do have a lot of work, but I think they're well on their way. They have 2 picks, and it's 2 picks in the top 10, correct?
I'm about to search this up, so we have this draft order.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure it's 2 picks in the top 10.
I'm gonna search this just to make sure.
But anywho, I think they're well on their way. I think hiring Brian Daboll was the correct option. in terms of especially in terms of trying to figure out what you have with Daniel Jones, because obviously he was the guy who really brought a lot out of Josh Allen recently. So it'll be, the Eagles apparently are interested in making a deal. The Chiefs, of course, have the 29th and the 30th pick, and apparently they may look to move up in round 1. Is what they're saying, which that would be interesting too, because the Chiefs obviously losing Tyreek Hill. I completely got off the Giants. That would be interesting because the Chiefs, of course, just lost Tyreek Hill. So
Giants have a 5 and a 7.
Yeah, so they have 2 picks in the top 10. That's big. That's really big. So it'll be interesting who they pick. I think they're going to go lineman and maybe an edge rusher, or maybe they go wide receiver too. Who knows? And try to get Daniel Jones another weapon. But I think for the Chiefs, that would be very interesting to see what they decide to do with those 2 picks, with the 29th and the 30th pick, if they decide to package those 2 picks and try to move up into maybe the top 15, maybe to try to get into the top. I don't know if they can get into the top 10, but they could definitely try to get into the top 15. But it'll be interesting to see, because I'm pretty sure they're targeting a wide receiver because that's one of their biggest needs, because obviously losing Tyreek Hill is huge. Now, imagine if they went and got Chris Olave. You have Juju, Chris Olave, and Travis Kelce.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
I mean, the Chiefs just basically reloading. So, yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what these other teams. Which team are you most interested, aside from, of course, Washington? Which team are you most interested in seeing what they do in the draft?
This might come as a surprise, but I want to see what the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams can do.
They're not in the first round.
I know. Listen, they don't have a pick till the 3rd round.
Okay.
Yeah, they won the Super Bowl, but with all that they gave up, they went all in to win this Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
What's their draft going to be like? That's one thing I'm looking out for. And looking here more to the first round, I would like to see also. I had it on the top of my head. Thoughts are jumbled all around. The Saints. The Saints have a 16, a 19 in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So they have a 16 and a 19. I thought they had more, but they don't. But the Saints, obviously Drew Brees is gone. Jameis Winston towards ACL. He's probably coming back.
He is back. They already resigned him.
Yes. So him, no, but injury wise, is he 100%? Yeah. Okay. Just making sure there. So that and Sean Payton, he's gone. So, I mean, yeah, I'd like to see what the Saints can do, because for so many years it was Drew Brees and Sean Payton, and they're making a run to the playoffs every year. I want to see what the Saints can do to, I mean, they were one of those teams talked about. Mm-hmm. Not saying every year they were in the playoffs, but for the most part, just what can they do? Mm-hmm. Without Sean Payton there, it's going to be Dennis Allen leading the team. Mm. And that's about all I have for right now. I'm darn hungry.
Okay, here's another one. Which team in the NFC East are you most afraid of in the draft? Like with their picks, that you're most afraid of that they're going to
in the first round?
Yeah, or just which team are you most afraid of in the draft? Because I know mine.
I'd say the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. It's the Eagles for me.
I'd say the Eagles.
In the 100%. NFC East, because the Eagles have 2 first-round picks. They're looking to trade them. If they don't, I mean, still 2 first-rounders. Yeah. And, I mean, they were in the playoffs last year. I don't think they think Jalen Hurts is the answer, but I don't think they're looking for a quarterback this year, obviously, because there's no real quarterback this year. But I think they're definitely going to load up, and I think wide receiver is definitely in play for them. Mm-hmm. So
I agree.
Well, it's 8:00.
It's 8:00, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's the draft is beginning.
The draft is supposed to begin, but how much are they going to drag this out? That's my question here.
Yeah, because it's not going to just start immediately. So, but do we want to take a quick break before it starts?
I guess let's take a break, hear from some of our sponsors, and we will, on the other side, we will give you more draft coverage as the draft is about to begin here shortly. The Kirby on Sports podcast is live from Anthony's Pizza in Stevens City. We'll be right back. For sports fans living in condominium and homeowners associations, as well as business professionals, when you need a reserve study, PM Plus Reserves has been in business since 1990. Their studies are accurate and easy to understand. Check them out when your association needs a study. www.pmplusreserves.com. You can also contact them at 703-803-8436. Once again, www.pmplusreserves.com.
All right, we're back. So, Roger Goodell is Kirby right now is grabbing the remote for the TV that we're watching on because it's muted, so we need to be able to hear. But Roger Goodell's on the stage, so we're about to begin. So, I can't hear anything still. Keep going. Oh, Ice Cube. Darn right. Division winners. Yep, here comes the big man.
Yes. The NFL draft is officially.
Derek Carr's on stage.
Oh, look at that, Derek Carr.
Man, the Raiders really, really loaded up, huh?
Ice Cube, how about that?
Oh, Derek Carr with a mohawk now? That's interesting. Is he coming on right now? Kirby. Is he coming on right now?
I'm trying to figure that out. Uh-oh. They are on the clock. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here we go. The draft is open. Here we go.
Are you coming on? Now, whenever you want. If you just come down when you're ready. We're just talking to owner, Whenever you want, just come down.
Yeah, how crazy has this offseason been? How crazy has this offseason been?
Very crazy.
8 teams with no first-round picks.
Are you kidding me? That's incredible.
What? Oh, because San Francisco traded their picks away to get Trey Lance last year.
Yes.
There's 8 teams with multiple first-round picks.
The Lions, the Texans, the Jets, the Giants, Chiefs, Packers, Saints, Eagles, and the home of the
No.
Chiefs.
Oh, man, that was a fun time.
Yeah, it was.
We need to do that again.
Not that any of you all might care or you sitting next to me, but London Fletcher will be joining the Commanders broadcast booth. Legendary.
That's old news. That's the radio booth.
I know.
Yeah. That came out like 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Aiden Hutchinson has to be the pick here. I mean, what are we doing? Like, this guy's a beast.
Yeah, I saw some film on him. Everybody thinks he's going to get number 1.
Not everybody. Not everybody thinks that. No.
Everybody I've seen.
Not everybody thinks that.
But everybody that I've seen.
Okay, but I'm telling you, not everybody thinks that, though.
No, I understand what you're saying. So, I mean, I'm going to be very surprised if it's not Aiden Hutchinson.
I won't be, but because, I mean, it's Jacksonville we're dealing with here. I mean, come on. I mean, they had Urban Meyer as their head coach last year.
Absolutely. What's worse than
kicking the kicker? Oh, hold on. There we go.
So we are 6:53. Still no decision.
Still no decision. They are well, I mean, they like to milk it, build up the anticipation. Like last year, we knew they were going to take Trevor Lawrence, but I think they milked it down in like 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Are these? Do they still have the stage where they got to get on a boat? Trayvon Walker, he's the other guy who's in contention for this pick. But but then I also saw a rumor that it might be somebody like that, like we may not even have thought of.
Could be.
So
I'm interested to see it.
So am I, man. Like this is
why the draft's so much fun.
This is it, man.
So basically, just watching some of the film on these guys, who could be the number one pick here? It's the Jacksonville Jaguars on the board. The Hawk TV, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for hopping on. The Hawk TV.
All right, 5 minutes.
We have 5 minutes. There's still no pick. Yes. Shout out to Anthony's Pizza. Amen to that. Amen to that, brother. Hey, come on out. You get 10% off if you can come see us.
What's anybody? Just mention the podcast. You get 10% off.
Call into Anthony's Pizza. Their number is literally right there. I'm telling you.
The pick is in. The pick is in.
The pick is in. The pick is in.
Did you bring the remote over here?
Yes, most Commanders fans hope so as well, Hawk. The pick is in. Oh, Doug Peterson. I forgot he was with the Jags now.
Yeah, he's their new coach. Yeah.
No, I just forgot.
Yeah. I thought that was a solid hire. I thought that was the right guy. I thought that was the right guy.
Absolutely, and you know why? Because he won a Super Bowl with you.
It's not even just.
It's
not even just that. It's just he's an experienced coach. Like I said, he did win a Super Bowl, and that's kind of what they need, especially for to develop Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Is like a guy who knows what he's doing in the NFL. And Doug Peterson, while his last couple years in Philly kind of like crashed and burned, it's not like he was a bad coach. He wasn't a bad coach.
Absolutely.
So good. Oh, tell him I'm going to DC United game soon.
Huh?
Going to DC United game soon. We got to get our guy Scott McTavish back on.
Are you gonna, Devin McTavish?
Oh, I'm sorry, Devin McTavish. I called him Scott. My bad, Devin.
See him soon? Are you gonna try to see him?
I don't know if he's going to be there or not for that game because it's going to be against Bayern Munich, the champions of Germany.
Oh, you're going to that? Those tickets are probably outrageous.
No, they're only $100.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Talking about soccer, I mean, the Bayern Munich. How does that work?
What do you mean? Oh, hold on. We'll get back to that.
Hold that thought. The pick is in.
Roger Goodell. Oh, they went Trayvon Walker. Unbelievable.
And now champion right here.
They went with Trayvon Walker.
Over Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson's got to go though.
That means he's staying in Michigan. He's going to Detroit.
Probably so. if Detroit wants him, they'll take him.
Oh, there you go. I mean, he fits the Dan Campbell's pick. So Detroit has been on the clock for about, what would you say, 2 minutes? How long do they get? Is it
7 minutes? I believe.
Is it 7?
7
No,
or 10.
I don't remember how much time they get, but Detroit's on the clock now. So we got our first answer. Aiden Hutchinson, the first overall pick. Wouldn't have seen that coming. I mean, not Aiden Hutchinson, Trayvon Walker. My God, I'm terrible with names today. Jeez Louise.
6'5", 272 pounds, a defensive end out of the University of Georgia. Yes, the national champions who beat the
Oh, the pick is in. The pick is in.
The Lions is. This is
all right. Good. This is what I like.
Quick.
I like it when they're quick with it.
If they make it quick, the draft might end in like 30 minutes. But no.
Trayvon Walker. Wow.
Trayvon Walker,
I would not have guessed that to be the first overall pick. Well, I mean, like I said, it's not that big of a surprise because he was the other candidate. But I really thought they were going to go Aiden Hutchinson just because I think Aiden Hutchinson is I think he's the better pick. But clearly they think Trayvon Walker fits their scheme a lot better. So what can you say?
And the pick
Uh-oh.
is in.
And we got our food
we
coming.
got food coming.
Hey!
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, just bring it here, guess.
Just set right there.
Yeah.
That's fine. Oh, we got everything.
We'll figure it out. Oh, look, we got
Yes.
the pizza coming too.
Oh man, we got pizza, food, the whole nine. Just get in front of the camera there.
It's fine. It's fine. We
Perfection.
both got it.
Thank
So
you.
there you go.
Now, ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you
Thank you so
over at
much.
Anthony's helping us out.
This food looks so good. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Oh,
Are we gonna snack and do live?
yes, we are.
Let's do this.
I'm gonna start with this. We'll start.
I don't care. Let's have fun. Let's review this food while we're watching the draft. Because why not?
Okay, I
There's
reviewed a
no
10 out of 10.
agenda
I don't
this
need
live
to.
stream.
I don't need to review it. It's a 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10.
Cheers, Moss, cheers.
Yeah.
I love moss sticks. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you one thing right now. These moss sticks are absolutely fantastic. And with that being said, people need to come down right now. All right, here we go. Time for Detroit selection. Boom!
Aiden
Good pick.
Hutchinson.
Good pick.
I'll take a Moz stick to that.
He stays in the state of Michigan, going from Ann Arbor to Detroit. I mean, it makes the most sense.
He's got a nice suit on.
That's a big kid. Like, that's a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just like he's gonna be a beast in the NFL. I truly believe it. See ya.
Houston Texans are on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting here, just
Snacking.
mozzarella sticks.
All right, time to try the buffalo wings.
I'm not a big spicy guy, I'll tell you that.
I am.
Yeah.
The wings are absolutely fantastic.
Sorry.
The wings are absolutely fantastic.
What do you rate them?
A 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10. Anthony's Pizza.
It's got the right crisp. a perfect amount of spice. It's fantastic.
People are noticing us, random people like, who are we? Mm. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson's a pretty big dude.
Mm-hmm. 6'7", my dude.
Yeah.
He's almost a whole foot taller than me.
This is a live podcast / food review, and these mozzarella sticks, 10 out of 10.
These sticks are really good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
They're just the right amount of crust and cheese, you know? They're not,
It's also got in the right amount of like garlic on it.
uh-huh.
It's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
We have to try the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
All right, pass me a slice.
We'll have you have your plate. Yep. Get you some. Or just help yourself, whatever you like. I'm not going to dig into it immediately.
Well, I like to eat it fresh.
Yeah, fresh is good. Fresh pizza is good. Don't get me wrong, but that's when all the juices and stuff. But if you let it sit just a little bit, you can, pick it up, eat it on the go, stuff like that.
No. Fresh is the way to go, my friend. All right. As the great Dave Portnoy says, one bite, everyone knows the rules.
Oh, what do we got here?
Oh, the garlic knot.
Oh, yes. That's right. There's mine. Yes, it does.
Okay,
Thank you.
bring it all.
Great staff here at Anthony's. Mm. We have a special guest coming in just a little while. I will leave that up to you on when we should bring him in.
That was entirely up to you. Oh, the pick is in.
The pick is in for the Houston Texans.
The pizza's delicious.
No.
By the way, it is.
Yeah. I'm going to dig in, folks. I'm going to dig in. The Texans pick is in.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab napkins.
Oh, yep. Grabbing napkins. I'll take one piece to start.
I also need some of the.
Man, I tell you what, great stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Come on out. The pick is in the Houston Texans.
I think it's gonna be Kenyon
Thibodeau.
I think that's what it is.
Carlos thinks it's going to be Thibodeau.
Oh, they picked Derek Stingley, the cornerback out of LSU. I did not see that one coming at all.
Here we go.
All right.
That pick's in and it's getting juicy.
Interesting enough, it was the third pick last year. San Francisco taking Trey Lance. That surprised us. A lot of people had Sauce Gardner going before Derek Stingley Jr. But Houston decided to go with Derek Stingley. Okay. He's a really good cornerback, though. Derek Stingley is.
Now the Jets are on the clock.
Now, do the Jets take Kenyon Thibodeau, or do they go with Sauce Gardner?
Sauce Gardner. I would say Sauce Gardner. That's just me. Folks, if you're just tuning in, Anthony's Pizzas is delicious.
This is the most immaculate food. It's even, they've only improved, it feels like. This food is so much better than last year. And last year was pretty good.
The Jets and Giants.
That's so insane that both New York teams basically have multiple picks in the first round. All right, they're going on commercial break. So what do we think of the first 3 picks so far?
So far, pretty interesting. I think so. I think it's going to make this draft a little bit more exciting.
Mm-hmm.
In the food, a little bit more better to eat. You know, but this food's incredible.
It's immaculate. It's my beer choice right there.
So, how do you like the wings so far? Pretty good?
I already answered that question.
Pretty good? There's garlic nuts.
No, I haven't reviewed the garlic knots yet.
What about you? We're to promote this again.
Oh, I'm excited for Jurassic World.
This food.
It's really good.
I love it.
It's one thing I miss about living out here.
Yeah, you live right by here.
I live down the street. I used to live down the street from here. Up, the Jets pick is in.
The pick is in. So while we're on this commercial break, we have a very special guest. He is live on location at FedEx Field, the Commanders draft party. Charles Harbaugh.
Hey, Josh, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Charles, my question, you were here not too long ago, and you were asked to take part in the Warrior Challenge. How did that go?
That depends on what you're asking. Did I get full? Yes, very full, but we didn't come close to that thing. I don't think 5 I don't think 5 men could handle that pizza.
I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree.
Can you show me what you've done so far with the 2 of you?
Well, we didn't get. We're not doing the challenge, but
no, we're just getting food. We got moss sticks, wings, garlic nuts,
Okay.
full pizza so far.
Well, my maintenance department tried it in Middletown, and we have 5 guys, and they couldn't handle it. So that's where I pulled that number from. And I know they
I
like
take it back. I take it back.
I know they like to eat a lot, but there's a theory. When the mayor of Stevens City and I did it, there was a theory, and he went for the middle, and I was eating the edges. But if you eat a lot of crust, you
No.
get fuller faster.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I understand that. So, where are you at right now? Is this over? Are you just getting started? What's this event like?
I'm in the parking lot. I've been here since I guess since the gates opened at 6. It's packed. There's a lot of people here, a lot of alumni, a lot of some current players. So it's been fun. I figured it would be quieter to come out here and do the interview with your show.
Yeah, absolutely. So you did a show yourself on the radio here at the draft party. Tell us about that. How'd that go?
Yeah, we had John Keim on, and ESPN reporter, covers Washington, knows everything about the team and the inside information. He's in Ashburn now at the War Room. I was in the draft party, so he's around the team. He's hearing things. Coach Rivera, the team's been dropping some hints, right, Josh? They say they need to get Carson Wentz more weapons. So that usually is an offensive prediction.
Oh man, that means they're gonna go wide receiver.
Yeah. That's what I think, but you never know how this plays out. Somebody could slide they really like. I know they like Hamilton, right? Ron Rivera, Coach Jack Del Rio, they love Kyle Hamilton. But a lot of mock drafts say Olave or London, and that's who John Keim picked, is Drake London.
Charles Harbaugh, the mayor of Middletown, is on with us as Ahmad Gardner from Cincinnati.
Sauce Gardner
is picked for the New York Jets with the Giants on the clock coming up. So, so what's the atmosphere like there? I know there's like a lot of stuff that you can do there. Tell us about what you've been seeing around FedEx Field, what they're letting fans and people do.
Field goal kicking contest. Fred Smoot's running that. He'll be in town Saturday for the Apple Blossom. I got him coming to town. We're gonna we're gonna hang out Friday night and then Saturday. He's over there. Josh Morgan is at the football throwing contest. You throw it into an air incredible inflatable. You've got a Pepsi tent with a lot of stuff. You've got locker room tours, which are really cool. Pictures with the Super Bowl trophy with alumni players. Dexter Manley's here. Brian Mitchell, Ken Harvey, London Fletcher, they're all here. Some popular alumni players. Current players, Kendall Fuller, Logan Thomas, and Jonathan Allen that I've seen so far.
Interesting that Carson Wentz didn't make an appearance at this. Considering he's the new franchise guy, you would think he would want to connect with the fan base a little bit.
I think that's an excellent point. Anytime but franchise quarterbacks are hard to get. They're expensive for their time, right? They have competitive schedules, so the quarterbacks are hard. But yes, you would think you would want to make an impact on the fan base.
Yeah. So I know you got some footage of Fred Smoot. He's such an interesting guy to talk to. Have you gotten a chance to interact with other alumni? And what was that like? Did you make any connections for a potential 4th of July appearance?
Well, we've had 3 of these guys. We had I saw Ken Harvey, Brian Mitchell, Fred Smoot. They've all been to Middletown in the past, but. We talked to Logan Thomas and invited him, so hopefully we can land him. But he's got a big family, and so he would be a great grand marshal with his Virginia Tech background as a quarterback there. Yeah. So we're working on him, but it's got to be a good fit. They have to be free July 4th, and then they have to want to interact with fans and people. And also July 4th, guys, is very competitive. A lot of people have traditions.
So, Charles, off the topic of sports, we're going to get back to that in just a moment. But you recently were at Jersey Mike's in Winchester for your nonprofit. I believe it's called nonprofit Access Independence. All the funds went to, I believe, that or something. Tell us about that, your initiative with that, and helping out in the community once again, because that's a big trait for you, Charles. Being the mayor of Middletown, you're always in the community and you're always looking for ways to help and connect with this community.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a big day. 100% of the proceeds went to Special Olympics, not 50, not 10, not 25, 100%. And then, you know, you're at Anthony's as a business owner, you can understand what kind of commitment that is to make, you know, and how much expenses that you have. He's got food, he's got employees' time. That's a big commitment to make. And that's a good thing for people with disabilities. It really is a wonderful thing for Jersey Mike's to do. At Access Independence, we love being a part of that. You know, that's our job, is to help people with disabilities in the Northern Shenandoah Valley. We helped 423 just last year.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, I mean, we won't keep you on too much longer, but what do you think about the draft in general? Not just Washington, because I know a lot of my connections, like you and so many other people, are Washington. What are you looking out for in this year's draft, other than the Commanders, NFC East, whatever you might be looking for?
Well, you know, as a former semi-pro quarterback and quarterback at Shenandoah, that's always what takes up the headlines in the draft, right, guys, is the quarterbacks. Where are they going to go? And how's that going to shake up the draft? Sometimes there's a run on quarterbacks, and you guys know that some won't pan out. That's just how the history of this works. You know, there's 4 or 5 names people are throwing around. They won't all be rock stars, but teams are going to reach, because if you don't have a quarterback, you're just spinning your wheels in this league, and teams will do anything they can to get a quarterback, because, you know, I think 2 years ago, you know, Justin Herbert, you know, the comp out of college was, well, you know, he didn't run a pro-style offense. He won't be able to handle this. We're not sure how he's going to be. He's the 3rd best quarterback behind Joe Burrow, Tua, and then Herbert, right? And so now he's a star, legitimate rock star. And how better off will we be if we would have drafted him at 2 instead of Chase Young? You know, we would be a playoff caliber team year in and year out for a dozen years if Justin Herbert was our guy. So teams are looking, who's the next Justin Herbert?
I agree.
I mean, I don't think the next Justin Herbert's definitely not in this draft for sure.
The draft is very low on QBs. I'll say that.
This year's draft. Next year's draft is going to be very heavy on QBs.
We'll probably be here
again
talking about that.
We'll see. But yeah, for sure. I mean, the Justin Herbert take, yeah, that's a solid take. I mean, Washington would definitely be in playoff contention with a quarterback like Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I mean, he's just amazing. But what I'm saying is nobody saw him coming, right? He was 3rd, you know, in everybody's mock drafts and quarterbacks.
I had a good feeling about Justin Herbert.
Did you?
I had a good feeling about, you know, albeit all his personal issues with Deshaun Watson, but like when Deshaun Watson was coming out, they knocked him a lot too. But like what I like to look at when it comes to a quarterback coming out of college is, are they a winner in college? Yeah. And did they do it on the biggest stages with the biggest moments? Not like, you know, like Deshaun Watson was doing it in the national championship games against Alabama, you know, whereas like Mitchell Trubisky was at North Carolina doing nothing, you know? So that's what I look at when I look at a college quarterback, and Justin Herbert was doing it, you know, at that. Kenyon Thibodeau just got drafted by the Giants. Ooh, that's a solid pick. That's a solid pick.
Right there, going to the Giants, Charles.
I'm scared of that.
Yeah, gosh, yeah. But so you're going to see things like that tonight. So I think that'll be exciting. And thank you too for letting me join your show. I really appreciate it. And maybe we'll be picking around 10 o'clock tonight, I guess, is what time we'll be on the board.
I'm not really sure, but Charles, I mean, the connection we have together, always appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your time at FedEx Field in this draft party. Please record a video of you kicking a field goal. We would love to see that. We'll put that up on the stream right now.
Oh man!
No, I do the holding of the field goals. I have a lot of experience with that, but never any kicking. So, thank you guys, Josh, Carlos. Have fun tonight.
Before we let you go, have you seen my man Scott Abraham yet?
I haven't seen him yet. I'm sorry. But that doesn't mean
Abraham's working.
Yeah. Well, if you see him, he's ABC 7. Tell him Josh Kirby says what's up.
Okay. All right, Josh. See you. Good luck tonight, guys.
Charles Harbaugh, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Charles.
That was
That was great.
Pretty great.
That was good.
Live from FedEx Field. I had the opportunity to go up there.
I know.
Get media credentials and
I know. We could have done it,
cover
but
and I'm thankful that the Commanders reached out for this potential opportunity. Unfortunately, I could not make it. And I feel so bad, but we're here covering the draft. It's more logistical. And,
listen, we can't be at FedEx Field. I would rather be nowhere else.
I mean, look at this. I'm getting myself another slice of pizza as the Panthers are on the clock now.
Mm-hmm.
Great. This is good. And the garlic knots. We're going to come around and get these garlic knots. Would you like one, sir?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I need another slice of pizza.
All right. Actually, I'm going to leave these here until this pizza. I'm going to move this over. See, we just love the food here, and we're going to give you an in-depth review.
No, you are going to give them an in-depth review.
Yeah.
I am not.
Oh, the Panthers. This could be a potential quarterback picker.
I don't think it will.
It could be.
It could be, but I don't think it will. They're going on a break real quick. Malik Willis.
Malik's in the draft.
Yeah.
Let me point this out. Regardless
Can he
of
pick it?
where Malik Willis goes, it's going to be cool to see a Liberty quarterback get drafted that high if he goes in the first round.
I mean, like I said earlier, like the guy's got he has a lot of untapped potential, and he's got all the tools there. He just needs a lot of seasoning.
Oh man. Garlic knot to go with that. I'm gonna try one of these garlic knots. See how these are.
Here, I'm gonna go get more.
So garlic knot, it looks like a cinnamon roll, but it's just, it's a piece of bread with garlic. Mm. Mm. So good. Mm. Oh my. It is very good. I will say that. Carlos, it's going to end up like last year. We'll end this stream before the Commanders pick.
Probably not. It's only 8:46.
Garlic knots pretty good. They have marinara to go with it. So would you like one?
No, I'm good. Panthers pick is in.
I'll be very happy if this is Malik Willis.
I don't think it will be, but
What is this you're putting on your pizza?
crushed red pepper.
Does it add more flavor to it?
It's spice.
Oh, yeah. Meat Lovers Pizza is what we're getting here.
Because we are carnivores. Here we're back.
Donald Finley Jr., thank you so much for coming on, hopping on with us. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Says, here we go, Steelers. What do you think the Steelers are going to do?
Yeah, what do you think the Steelers are going to do?
I'm asking you. Like, where do you think they go with it?
That's a tough one.
There's a lot of mock drafts that have him taking Kenny Pickett.
Staying in Pitt.
Yeah, it's basically staying in the
I could
same
see that.
area.
I could see that. Playing in the same stadium.
But the Panthers could also themselves take Kenny Pickett. And maybe it's the Steelers that take Malik Willis, have him sit behind Mitchell Trubisky for like 1 or 2 years, develop it. Sorry, that's some gas. But yeah, I mean, it's very interesting to see where Malik Willis goes. I don't know if I don't think he's getting picked right now. If the Panthers are going to go with the quarterback, I think they go with Kenny Pickett. Or they could surprise us and take the guy that I think is going to be the actual good quarterback of this draft, Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because this basically has Matt Rule. Matt Rule's on the hot seat, so he's got to get this right.
I agree.
Oh, Panthers don't have a second or third round pick, so they have to make this pick count. Here we go. Well, they went Ikem Iquanu out of NC State. They went with the lineman instead.
Let's go Cam Newton.
No,
If he's still here.
I don't know if they re-signed him.
Who knows?
Let's go, Sam Darnold. Listen, we've been saying it time and time again. This quarterback draft class is not that strong. So for somebody like Carolina, they're not going to take a chance on a quarterback when next year's draft is going to be very quarterback heavy.
You hit the nail on the head there.
This kid's good, though. Giants are back on the clock.
This
is the first wide receiver coming off the board now. They went defense with their 5th round pick. Do they take a wide receiver here?
I think they picked the Ohio.
Do they take Garrett? I think his name is Garrett Wilson. I think that's his name.
I could see that. A buddy of mine, I think he was joking with me. He was like, have the Commanders trade back with San Francisco and get Debo. I was like,
no, it's not even just trading back. Do you understand how much capital you have to give up to get not only to trade for him, but then you're gonna have to sign him to a long-term deal.
Yeah.
I don't think Washington has the capital to do so. Also, Debo doesn't want to do Debo things anymore. He just wants to be a wide receiver now.
Absolutely.
So you're not necessarily getting that value. I'm not saying Debo's a bad wide receiver. I think he's a great wide receiver. But, one of his biggest strengths was that he was a wide back, basically. But now he doesn't want to play wide back anymore. So I just don't. And also, I just don't think Washington, that's just not the right move for Debo. All right, come on, New York. I want to see what you guys are going to do to improve your squad more. This is going to be a big year for Daniel Jones. The pick is in. What are you thinking?
Wide receiver.
You're thinking wide out.
I think so.
So am I.
Mel's best available.
Kyle Hamilton, Evan
Kyle
Neal,
Hamilton is
Garrett
still on the
Wilson,
board.
Drake London, and Jermaine Johnson II out of Florida State. What sucks about this year is Dallas is picking 24th. So it's going to be a while before my team even comes on the clock. Ooh, or do they go Evan Neal? Do they go with an offensive tackle? Because the Giants do need help on the line.
I can see it.
And Evan Neal out of Alabama is a beast.
All this food, and I forgot to get a refill. The pick is in the New York Giants.
All right, here comes the commissioner. Evan Neal, good pick. Good pick, solid pick. Help the line out. Give Daniel Jones a lot better protection. Like I said earlier, this is going to be a big year for Daniel Jones, considering, this is his third head coach since he's gotten to the league. But I think this is the first head coach that's really, really a big deal. Six, 7, 337 pounds. He's a beast. The Falcons are now on the clock. This will be interesting to see what they do here. Is this where the first quarterback comes off the board? Do they go with another wide receiver, considering they're not going to have Calvin Ridley all season now? And of course, they just lost Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. It'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
What do you think the Falcons are going to do? Also, what do you think about Evan Neal? I think it's a solid pick.
It is. It is. I mean, they could have went receiver or.
I think offensive line was the right move because they need to get Daniel Jones needs a lot of protection.
Absolutely.
This Giants line is very bad.
I agree. 100%. You hit the nail on the head.
So they improved on defense and they improved on offense. Very solid draft for the Giants. Now, what do you think the Falcons are going to do here? Because
Howell.
Who?
Sam Howell.
Why would they draft Sam Howell at pick number 8?
No, I'm sorry. Why did I say Howell? I meant to say a quarterback. I think the Falcons are going to get a quarterback.
So you think the first quarterback is going to go here at pick 8?
I can see it.
Because, of course, excuse me. Hold on. Choking on some food. They just lost Matt Ryan, of course, so that's where. But they did sign Marcus Mariota to replace him. What about wide receiver? Because they obviously don't have Julio Jones anymore. Calvin Ridley suspended for the rest of the season. Is this where Garrett Wilson goes off the board?
That is right. He's suspended.
And then maybe they draft a Matt Corral later on in the draft as their quarterback of the future to sit behind Marcus Mariota. Assuming they don't see Marcus Mariota as maybe their new franchise guy.
Yeah.
Because we don't know how Marcus Mariota is going to play in Atlanta because he's been stuck, not stuck, but he's been in Vegas for the past 2-3 years. Pick
The
is
pick
in.
is in. The Falcons.
Falcons have made their pick. I'm interested to see what it's going to be.
Before that pick, let's hear from Shenandoah Primitive. Is it finally time to upgrade your home's interior? How about with an authentic farm table made locally from recycled barnwood? Shenandoah Primitives, based right here in Winchester, Virginia, makes farm tables, benches, tables, coffee tables, and a long list of other items for your home decorating needs. At Shenandoah Primitives, function and style are combined for great furniture that will last generations. If you're interested in combining the industrial look of metal with wood, or considering something incredibly unique with a live edge, Shenandoah Primitives turns those ideas into reality. Thinking about a mirror, wine rack, or other accent piece for your home, Shenandoah Primitives can assist with that as well. As a local small business, Shenandoah Primitives is happy to work with each client for a custom design or schedule an appointment to come out and view current inventory. Local, high-quality, handmade items can be found at Shenandoah Primitives. Find us on Facebook and Instagram or visit us at www.shenandoahprimitives.com. Once again, that's www.shenandoahprimitives.com.
Drake London is the pick.
Drake London, the Atlanta Falcons. How we feeling? Yes. Cinnamon buns.
We have to try those.
Yeah, we might have to place another order.
But yes, Drake London, the first wide receiver. I thought it was going to be Garrett Wilson. They clearly see something in Drake London. But that means that means Garrett Wilson's on the board. And he could be on the board until Washington. Drake London is very good at making contested catches.
Yeah.
They're comparing him right now to Vincent Jackson, which I think is a perfect comparison. He's fantastic at getting the 50-50 ball. Seattle's on the clock. This is interesting. They just traded Russell Wilson. They did get Drew Lock. Do they believe in Drew Lock as a franchise guy? Or do they go and get Malik Willis here?
Let's play a game. How far does it take before the first quarterback's picked?
I've already said I wouldn't take a quarterback here in the first round. I wouldn't. I think there's too much talent in other positions to waste your first round pick on a quarterback that's not necessarily, again, on this quarterback class, that's not necessarily the best, I think is a mistake.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Yeah.
I agree.
Vincent Jackson is the perfect comparison to Drake London. Drake London is very, very good. Very good. And I think he's going to thrive, especially once Calvin Ridley's able to come back off of his suspension. He's going to thrive there in Atlanta. And then also don't forget they have Kyle Pitts. It'll be interesting to see, is Marcus Mariota the answer, or are they going to look for a quarterback next year, or do they think possibly Malik Willis, maybe Matt Corral, one of these guys is the answer this year?
If it's a quarterback here, if whoever picks a quarterback first, I'm interested to see which quarterback goes first.
My guess is it's going to be Malik Willis because of his potential.
Mm-hmm. He has very high potential.
He has a lot of upside. He's got a very high ceiling, but he's just not he's not a day one guy. He's not going to be the immediate starter for Seattle if Seattle does draft a quarterback here.
See, once again, folks, I'll be doing this throughout the night. We can't thank owner of Anthony's Pizza, Felice Amari, enough for letting us come out, set up Anthony's Pizza, home of the Warrior. You still have time if you want to place your order. Mention the Kirby on Sports podcast.
10%.
10% off your order. It's good food. A lot of
And we're
great
gonna try
food.
to have Felice on at some
Yeah,
point.
at some point.
But the man is very busy, so
Like I said, cooking
it's
pizza, the whole
it's
nine.
it's tough to get him on right now, but we will. Jamison Williams out of Alabama. That is going to be interesting to see who picks him up because he did tear his ACL in, I believe, the national championship game. So it'll be very interesting to see what team takes a chance on him right now because he's not going to be ready at the beginning of the season. So he may fall out of the first round, but he is a first round talent for sure. So whoever does pick him is going to get a stud at wide receiver. Sauce. That what a great name, Sauce Gardner.
Seahawks are taking their time.
Yeah, they're really taking their time here.
I think they're going to make a informed decision that might go down to the very wire.
Well, we know. I mean, the Seahawks are a very well-run organization. Sure, they've hit some rough years lately. Obviously, they're not at the peak of their powers anymore. But this is the start of a new era. Russell Wilson, pretty much the whole, team from that era is gone. The only guy left is Pete Carroll. So it'll be interesting what they do in that sense.
Let me ask you this. How do you think the Broncos are going to do this year with Russell Wilson?
How do I think they're going to do?
Ooh, the Hawk TV. When you showing up, come down and see us. We got merchandise for sale.
Oh, what were you asking me? Like how the Broncos are going to do?
How do you think the Broncos are going to do?
The Broncos are a good team. They just have not been able to ever find their quarterback ever since Peyton Manning left. I think Russell Wilson he's going to really take that team to the next level. And I still think Kansas City is still going to be the class of that division, but I think it's definitely gotten tougher. I mean, it's now one of the best divisions in the NFL. I mean, you got Kansas City, you got Denver, you got the Chargers, and then you also got the Raiders. I mean, it's the group of death, in World Cup terms. So and unfortunately, only 2 or 3 teams can get out of this group. So I think Kansas City ultimately is going to still be the top team, but I think Denver and Las Vegas are going to are gonna definitely make them work for it. And the pick is in, by the way. So we're about to find out soon what Seattle is going to do with their first big move out of the Russell Wilson era. We're only 2 picks away from Washington.
Holy cow! Really?
Yeah.
This
Next,
quickly.
Next is the Jets, and then we got Washington.
I'm telling you, this food's good. This food is good here at Anthony's. I think my parents didn't really realize how great Anthony's was until tonight.
Yeah, they well, I mean, your dad seemed to know, but your mom was she was very stunned by how good the food was.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, the food is absolutely 100% delicious.
And that's why we support this place.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The food has been great. I'm stuffed. I don't think I can fit much more in my stomach. Maybe a couple cinnamon rolls, but All right, here we go.
Let's see. It's the Seahawks commissioner coming up to the stand.
Charles Cross
An offensive tackle.
out of Mississippi State. So they went with a lineman. So that means they think Drew Lock is going to be their answer for now. Okay. I mean, like I said, quarterback is not a favorite position. The Jets are on the clock, though. This is their second pick. They went cornerback in the first. They got Sauce Gardner's. Put it up. Put it up. Put it up.
Terrible.
We are not number one. Okay, we are not. But, you know, it's the Cowboys. We are not number one, though.
Yeah, I mean, didn't the Cowboys just atrociously lose to the 49ers?
We didn't atrociously lose, but, you know, we definitely
mismanaged the clock.
Hey, at least we made the playoffs
Yeah, but
with a winning record,
yeah, I know.
a legitimate record.
Yeah, congratulations.
You know, can't say the same about your
Shall
team.
we put that video up again?
We can, but I'd rather not. Well, I mean, we do. We have the NFC East title, don't we?
I'm telling you, every time I watch that video, it makes me laugh. So
Why do you watch that video so much?
I don't. It's just
That's really weird.
no. Every time I accidentally clicked it.
Yeah,
once, I was
sure. Uh-huh.
You know. A celebrity.
Because I'm already here. Because I'm already here.
Yeah. Anthony's Pizza mentioned my podcast. You get 10% off.
10% off.
10% off. What? You just leaving us hanging?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
By God.
Uh-oh.
By God, it's Felice's music. Oh, he's coming down. It's Stone Cold. It's Stone Cold.
It's Stone Cold.
Here he
Felice.
comes.
We're going to
Here
get the
he
interview
comes.
set up.
See ya.
Felice. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but now we're coming off of the computer. Hold on.
We have technical difficulties.
This one.
Yep.
Okay, talk.
Hello.
No.
What the heck just happened here, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay. Test. No. Oh man. What just happened?
What just happened? Technical difficulties. Hello. Hello.
Testing. Okay, no, it's coming through.
Can you hear me? Hello. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hear
we're
me?
good.
We're good?
Yeah.
We're good. Anthony's Pizza. Once again, we are here for the second year in a row. And the owner of this fine establishment with many years of making pizza, garlic knots, wings, and so many other things. Moss sticks. Dude, how do you make such good food?
A lot of practice. That's what it is. A lot of years experience. It's kind of like football, I guess. With all these picks and stuff, you have to have a lot of practice and a lot of effort and stuff. So, yeah, we did a lot of training and a lot of hard work, a lot of hours, and yeah.
I'm telling you though, I mean, every time I come in here, not just for these shows, because this is first time out since last year. I mean, it's always such a great atmosphere, and I'm telling you, what goes into making this such a great atmosphere?
Honestly, it's basically since we're all family, it kind of is what we strive for, is like a family environment kind of thing. So, I think that's what we're trying to do, and I think it's working out really great, especially with the community, everything.
Yeah. So Yeah. Looking at the draft, I mean, how have you liked it so far? I know you've been making pizzas, kneading dough, and watching the draft on the side. How are you liking this so far?
I'm kind of surprised. I mean, Sauce Gardner going to he went to the Texans, I think, right?
No, he went to the Jets.
The Jets. So that's the one
Yeah.
I was surprised about. The Texans got the other cornerback. From
Yeah, they got
LSU, Derek Stingley.
Derek Stingley.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I mean, honestly, I'm hoping Philly gets somebody good.
Ooh,
That'd be
Garrett
solid.
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson to
Solid
the Jets.
pick.
To the
Solid
Jets.
pick. Guess what? Washington's on the clock now. But Garrett Wilson going to the Jets. Solid pick. That's going to be huge.
Let's see if Washington makes a.
Kyle Hamilton is on the board.
Well, let's see if Washington makes a competent pick or a dumb pick.
I would hope they pick Kyle Hamilton.
I would as well, because they need help in the secondary.
Because like Philly, I get Philly wants a safety and everything, but I'm sorry to say this, but I think he's kind of overrated.
Kyle Hamilton?
I can't. I hate to say it. I know everybody's
Really?
I hate to say it,
This is a
but
hot take.
I know
Because I think Kyle Hamilton is a stud.
I don't want to say he's going to be a bust, but if he goes to Washington, sorry.
Listen, that's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment.
I mean, you know, looking here, I mean, the NFC East besides Dallas was, you know, just
Hey, Philly made the playoffs too. Okay.
got routed.
Exactly. And they still made the playoffs.
Philly last year was
And
like
they made it
Washington.
with a winning record, unlike your team.
No,
when you guys made it.
listen. They compared it a little bit to Washington because
No,
they beat the bad teams.
No.
Okay, well,
Washington beat Pittsburgh when they were undefeated.
yeah. Yeah, but anyways, it was basically like, yeah, I mean, they faced Tampa Bay. I mean, they weren't really playoffs. I mean, that was the worst playoff game out of the whole.
Okay, but they still made it. Okay.
Okay, whatever. Washington's on the clock. What do you think about the Eagles? Let me ask you that.
I'm hoping for Devin Lloyd or I hate to say it, even if Washington doesn't get Kyle Hamilton, but I would say probably Devin Lloyd or
Oh, the Commanders trade the pick
To the Saints.
to the Saints.
Are you kidding me?
So that means that they're gonna go after.
So then who the heck are the Saints going up to get?
Did they trade back?
Yeah.
They're probably gonna go Chris Olave.
I hope
What did
this.
Chris Olave?
I want to see.
Okay, hold
I
on.
want
hold
to
on,
see
hold
if-
on, hold on. Relax, breathe.
No, I want to see if there's
They're gonna show it on the board here soon.
people are saying
I wonder if they traded both their first rounders for this to move up.
my friend Alex Flum at Alex Flum TV WDVM on Twitter. He tweeted, unless
Tweeted?
Washington loves one of those receivers or Hamilton, I say trade down.
Okay.
So
That wasn't the answer we were looking for, but okay.
I'm trying. I want to see the specifics.
That's what I'm wondering. It's like, what is what did New Orleans give up to move up? But anyways, back to the Eagles.
Back to the Eagles.
What do you think? What do you think about Nakobe Dean?
That'd be a good pickup if the other linebacker's not there, Devin Lloyd's not there. I think they would get him in probably 18th pick. 15, I think they're gonna go receiver unless, like I said, Devin Lloyd's available. But anything can happen. I mean, honestly,
Yeah, we just saw like Washington just got out of the draft or moved back.
unfortunately, I think they should be out of the draft.
I mean, they should be. I mean, this is a dumb move in my opinion.
Carson Wentz is not your answer.
And this,
Amen to that.
this is coming to the guy who had to deal with him.
I had to deal with him for so long. And
We were talking about that the day he got traded when I came in and placed an order.
Yeah, his accuracy is not completely
Especially
there.
downfield.
Yeah, downfield accuracy. And look, Jalen Hurts is not our answer either. I'm not going to say he is.
But the Eagles have acknowledged that.
Yeah.
though.
And I think, with Wentz, injury prone is a factor, but I don't think that you have enough, blockers to block the way he's doing. The way he runs that offense, I think, especially in Philly, when he was in Philly, there was a lot of tension where he was not the leader that they deserved. So I don't know if Washington was just desperate getting a quarterback.
I mean, it was definitely a move out of desperation, in my opinion, because they were trying to get Deshaun Watson, Russell Wilson, and then they all chose their teams. Next thing you know, like next day, it's Carson Wentz, and I'm just like, why?
I'd rather have Baker Mayfield, honestly, if that was available at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, you never know. I mean, the Commanders always have tricks up their sleeves. I mean, I know it sounds bad saying that name, but I think Philly. I think it's going to come down to Dallas and Philly going up for number one again. But it's a rebuild year for Washington.
Do you think
That's every year.
Sure. Do you think, because you guys still have 2 first-round picks, you traded one away to New Orleans for, I think you guys just traded away to get another first-round pick, I think next year?
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have 2 first-round picks next year.
I think they're going to go after, they go after a wide receiver from Alabama again this year, I think.
Jamison Williams.
And if I might be wrong, but I think his name's Bryce Young for the quarterback for Alabama now.
Yeah. But that's next year.
I think that's who they're going to go after next year.
Yeah, I was about to ask that. By the way, the pick is in for New Orleans. I was going to ask that. Do you think Philly is going to make a big move for a young quarterback next year, or do you think maybe they trade all this draft capital away to maybe try and get a more established veteran?
I know they've been trying to go young. I would say that they probably would go after a quarterback in the draft, but anything could happen. I mean, Devontae Adams got traded this year. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if next year there's a good receiver that wants to get traded. I mean, we almost traded with Atlanta, and unfortunately, somebody had a bad offseason and wanted to start gambling his picks away. But anything can happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we do trade and get a veteran receiver next year. But hopefully New Orleans doesn't do anything crazy and they
I really wonder why they traded up here and what did they give up.
Jordan Davis is available.
Anything? You got anything?
Well, the Commanders are back down to 16. I'm hearing off of Twitter from multiple sources that Chris Olave might still be at 16, and the Commanders might look for him. But this pick also means more firepower in later rounds in the draft, more stuff.
So that's what I'm wondering. What did they get back in return?
They didn't mention that yet.
I think it's coming up right now.
I'd like to see that. I'm not sure if that's coming on right away.
He's going to announce it.
Per short.
What do these guys have anything to do with New Orleans?
How you doing?
Okay, Tony Gonzalez is going to make the pick. Jesus.
Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. Get Amazon Prime if you don't have it, ladies and
I already
gentlemen.
have Amazon Prime. Oh my God.
I have what the Commanders got.
Okay. Tell
When
me. Just go ahead.
Charla McBride, WUSA 9 at Charla McBride. They have the 16th overall pick,
Mhm.
98th pick in the third round, and the 120th pick in the fourth round.
So they got a first, a third, and a fourth.
Correct.
That's a good haul. That's a good haul. You
Very
got more
good.
picks.
You got more picks, and that's good for a team like the Washington
Mhm.
Commanders.
That's a good haul, in my opinion. I really like that trade.
What do you think there?
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, yeah, they can move back and probably get Chris Olave. So I think it'd be good.
And the Saints are on the clock. Who do you think they pick here?
Probably Kyle Hamilton.
Let's see.
He's the only one that surprised me.
Oh, it backfired. It backfired.
Who is Washington going to pick up
Chris
now?
Olave gets taken in the. Oh man.
Well,
Listen, Washington. I'm gonna guess Washington wasn't looking at Chris Olave then,
probably not.
because good pick, good pick for the Saints, by the way. Man, I was okay. So you got both Ohio State kids leaving back to back. Kyle Hamilton
And
the Vikings trade the pick to the Lions. The Lions move back up. Oh my God, what is happening?
This happened last year.
This is pandemonium.
I was just about to say that.
What is happening?
It's pandemonium.
And the pick? No, the pick is not.
Who are
in.
the Lions going to get now?
I don't know. That's a good question. Who?
Motor City Dan Campbell's
Okay,
working.
so they got Aiden Hutchinson. They got their marquee guy now. I don't think they would trade up for a quarterback. So get
Jordan.
Aiden Hutchinson and Jordan Davis. Ooh.
That would be a scary defense
Ooh.
right there.
Or do they go for Nakobe Dean?
Yeah, that'd be a good one too.
I think we all agree it's probably going to be defense.
It has to be
Or do they go and get Jamison Williams?
I hope not.
I don't know, but always fun here at Anthony's. I know you probably have a lot of pizzas to cook.
I appreciate
Clean.
you guys. I hope to see you guys next year too. That'd be awesome.
We really appreciate.
We'll try. Obviously, it's a
Yeah,
year
man.
away, but we appreciate
man.
the hospitality.
We love it as
the
always.
food was absolutely delicious.
Absolutely.
It really hit the
Hey,
spot.
yeah, but before we let you go, tell us anything you want about Anthony's and any specials coming up the rest of this week, anything like that.
Yeah, on Tuesdays we have our Crazy Tuesdays, which is $6.99. That's basically our customer appreciation day, and that's for delivery, pickup, or carry out. We also have a drive-through. Basically, we're all here for the
One of the
community.
few pizza places that has a drive-through.
I know, right?
right?
Yeah, it's perfect for bad weather, and
Oh, yeah.
especially if you have kids and everything. So, yeah, and then we're also doing during the summer. We're going to start doing teaching kids how to make pizzas. So I'm going to be teaching everybody how to make their own
Nice.
pizzas.
That's
So,
awesome. You guys gonna do anything for the World Cup in November?
I don't know. I'm hoping to get a TV in the back so I can watch it.
Because of
But-
course, the U.S. is back in it this year,
Yeah,
and
that'd be awesome if they can pull it through.
they're not gonna win it, but
You
you know.
never know. They've been close.
No.
they've
This
been getting
team,
there.
this team's too young. 2026.
Yeah.
When it's here in America is when we're
Yeah.
gonna go for it.
It's just crazy how soccer is blowing up now. Like 10, maybe 10, 20 years ago, it was probably not as big as it is now, which is awesome.
No, and it definitely did take a hit when the U.S. didn't make it to the last World Cup.
Yeah.
But they're back in it this year, so
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you could do some cool things over here
Oh,
for the
yeah.
World Cup for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. We have that big 86-inch TV, so it'd be awesome.
You could host a World Cup viewing party here.
Yeah,
That would be dope.
That'd be awesome.
Let's start talking.
yeah. If you guys want to do it, I'm all for it.
That's more him, but not me. But I'll come
Well,
along for
listen,
the
I
ride.
am the soccer connoisseur of this podcast.
That's
So
awesome.
Felice, we can't thank you enough,
Felice,
sir.
appreciate
Keep
it.
up doing what you do best. Thank you very
appreciate it,
much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. The Lions pick is in.
Oh, I didn't put the thing up.
Yes, put it up. The pick is in.
This is pandemonium, man. I'm supposed to leave right now, but I'm gonna stick around for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
There we go. It might be Malik Willis.
Let's see.
Oh. Because Malik Willis wasn't in the green room just a second ago.
Who knows?
Do not go to commercial break. Come on. Oh, I was about to say. So the Lions get the 12th and they get a second round pick. The Vikings get the 32nd, the 34th, and a third round pick. So the Vikings have essentially traded all the way back to the end. Interesting.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Oh, they took Jameson Williams.
This is a pandemonium for Carlos Martinez.
Wow, 3 wide receivers back to back to back. That just broke
Yet no
Felice's heart.
quarterback.
No quarterbacks.
Absolutely
No
no
quarterbacks in the top
quarterbacks.
10. No quarterbacks so far in
Mm.
sight. Oh, the Eagles are on the clock right now, too.
The Eagles.
We should have had Felice stay on a little longer.
Yeah. Eagles pick. Let's hear from our friend Dr. Dave of Dr. Dave Leadership Corporation.
Hey, sports fans. Thank you for listening to and supporting the Kirby on Sports podcast with founder and host Josh Kirby, along with lead contributor Dan Dembski. Like, subscribe, and give them a 5-star rating wherever you get your podcast from. My name is Dr. Dave Miles, founder of Dr. Dave Leadership Corporation. Our company helps leaders build engaged and productive teams. Exclusively for listeners of the Kirby on Sports podcast, you can take an opportunity to discover your primary communication style and learn more about effective communication with others. Text Kirby to 757-903-0743 for your free copy of the Working From Home Communication Assessment, where you'll learn your primary communication style, how to better communicate with others not like you, and tips on working remotely based on your personal communication style. 10 minutes, tons of resources. Learn about yourself and your team. Again, text Kirby to 757-903-0743 for your free assessment report today. I'm Dr. Dave Miles, founder of Dr. Dave Leadership Corporation, where we help you and your team be more engaged and productive by understanding each other better. Back to you, Josh.
All right, we're back. The Eagles pick is in. The pick is in, but Jamison Williams is off the board. Detroit picked him. I did. Yeah, that's probably going to be the pick. So what? So Washington traded down for like no reason. Oh man. Well, I mean, it was to get more picks in the draft, so it'll be interesting. We're rolling. We're it is what it is. I don't know. Hold on.
Works here at Anthony's. We're getting this in just a moment. Are we good?
Yeah, we're on.
We're good. We're back here. Technical difficulties. Carlos has helped us out through this. So
This wasn't technical difficulties. This was just we were having conversations that people didn't need to know about.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're here with Seth. He answers phones for Anthony's. First and foremost, I mean, this hat looks like it's been through obviously a great looking hat, a World Series champions hat. But now my question, are you going to upgrade to one of those bad boys over there?
I might have to. They look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by the end of the night, yes, sir.
So, yeah, I saw your frustration. You came over here and you were talking about how you did not like that Washington traded down, even though Washington got more picks in the back room for that.
You're fine. Yeah, I don't agree with the whole trading picks situation. I think we should have just stuck with the picks we had in the draft because honestly, I think we have a good team right now, but it's just I don't know. We could have gotten a good offensive player since we lost a lot of them over the offseason. And so I think we could have gone strong in the 11th pick and just waited till tomorrow night for the second round. But, I mean, I guess they have different plans. So, I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Do you like what they did with Carson Wentz? They picked him up using all that cap space.
Oh, yeah. Carson Wentz, I think he is the answer for Washington. I think he will lead us to the playoffs or even a strong season. I mean, if he doesn't get us to the playoffs, he'll have a strong record for us. I think he was definitely the answer for Washington. I think he's going to be a good player.
This Cowboys fan does not.
I'm sorry. Hold the phone. Okay. Hold on. Oh, by the way, the Eagles traded up to get this pick. Interesting. Well, they're about to make the nuts pick. But you really think Carson Wentz, the man who sprained both his ankles on one play, is the answer, who couldn't beat Jacksonville to get into the playoffs with the Colts, who are a Super Bowl ready team? You think he's the answer for Washington?
Well, yeah. I mean, he sprained both his ankles, but I mean, he almost. he should have beat Jacksonville. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. He should have beat Jacksonville to make it into the playoffs. He choked, but he's gonna progress. I have a good feeling about him. He's. I mean, it's not. He's not terrible. I mean, he has a ring.
But he didn't win it.
He didn't win it.
That was
but
Nick Foles.
He helped. He helped take him to the playoffs. I mean, of course, he got injured, but I mean, Nick Foles. Yes, he won the ring, but at least we have a quarterback with a ring on our team. I mean, he's gonna win another ring with us, so he's gonna have 2 rings after next season.
Oh man,
I will make the bold prediction.
Fan base.
I will make the bold prediction right now.
Okay,
Washington goes to the Super Bowl next year. Washington in the Super Bowl. I'll give you a record and everything. I bet Washington.
He walked. He walked.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Washington will finish with maybe a 12-5 record. 12-5.
I mean, I'm just gonna say Carla is not liking anything.
this is asinine. This is asinine, asa 10, asa 11.
I'm falling out of my chair.
All right, hold on. Hold on. Philly just made their pick, or they're about to announce Philly's pick. I can't believe it. Oh.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
Let's hear this pick. The real question: what are you waiting for? Yeah,
Jordan Davis out of Georgia was just picked by Philadelphia. Good pick. Good pick.
Yeah, Felice, if you can hear me, how do you like that one?
Give us a thumbs up if you like that pick.
Jordan Davis out of Georgia. I think he can hear us.
I think he can. I thought he was listening live.
Yeah. So let me ask you this off the topic. How's the pizza?
Oh,
business?
he gave us a thumbs down. He doesn't like that pick. He doesn't like Jordan Davis. What? I thought that's a good pick. Jordan Davis is a beast.
Felice, if you agree that Washington is going to the Super Bowl next year, give me a thumbs up.
You better thumb that down. Thumb that down immediately. Hold on. Because it's on a little bit of a delay. Hold on.
I want to see if he. I want to see if he.
Thumbs down. Let's go. By the way, the Ravens pick is in. This is specifically for Dan, who is
Dan, the VT man,
who we miss.
So let me ask you this: how's the pizza business?
Pizza's great. I recommend all. Well, can I shout out? Can I shout out? Please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
If you want a good place to eat on a Friday night, any type of night, especially on Tuesdays with our $7.99 pizza, I'd recommend Anthony's 100%. I mean, good pizza, good service, everything.
I'm gonna disagree. It's great pizza and great service. There you go. Hey, Seth, appreciate you hopping on.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night. All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate
thank you.
it.
Thank you. Even though you gave some really hot takes here, you made me walk off set. That's a first.
Hey, Seth, I'll give you one more. Dallas is going winless.
Get out. Get out.
Oh,
sir.
man. The Ravens pick is in. We'll take a short commercial break before this pick.
Hey there, this is Mark Francis of Icon Real Estate. If you have any real estate needs in the Winchester surrounding area, including West Virginia, give me a call. I've got extensive experience, been in the business for almost 20 years, and would love to help you out. Track me down at Icon Real Estate, iconsells.com, or even give me a call, 540-247-1527. Again, Icon Sells, ICONSELLS.com. And I would love to chat with you and help you out. Give me a call.
We are back live from Anthony's Pizza with the Ravens pick still in. Kyle Hamilton still on the board. The Ravens, could they potentially take him?
Do you want to?
No, I'd take it.
Folks, we're just cleaning up here. Apologies, but we appreciate all your support. This has been a lot of fun, a lot of great food. 100% recommend Anthony's. You good with that?
What?
You good with this?
Yeah. Kirby working for his tip. You heard me. I said you're working for that tip. All right, the Ravens pick is up. The commissioner's coming up. Kyle Hamilton goes to Baltimore, Maryland, not Landover, Maryland. I am very fascinated to see what Dan thinks about this pick. We'll obviously talk to him soon. We hope all is well with him. But yes, Kyle Hamilton is a Baltimore Raven, not a Washington Commander. Where does Washington go with their pick? Because at this point, like, what are we doing? Oh, and already the Texans have their pick. They know who they're going with. So the Texans with their second pick in the first round. They went with who did they go? Singletary? Yes, they went Singletary earlier in the draft. Where did they go here? I think they believe they have something with Davis Mills. I think so too. Davis Mills can throw a very good ball, and he played very well last season. I guess the question is, the top wide receivers are pretty much gone out of the first round. So where do we go from here with Houston? Like, what does Houston really need, in your opinion?
Wow. That's a tough one.
Also, where does Washington go? Because the two guys that everybody really had Washington taking are gone. Chris Olave and Kyle Hamilton.
Is Washington trading back going to bite them in the rear end?
It may possibly.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see. I want to know what the mood is there at the draft party.
I wonder. We should get Charles back in and see him.
Maybe you should just message him and ask him. No need to pull him away from the festivities again. Weren't they going to do a cool thing here in Vegas where they were going to have all the draft picks come out on the stage, like on a boat to come do that?
I don't know.
At like the Bellagio or whatever. I thought that's what they were doing.
I didn't hear anything about it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I think
the pick is in and Washington's up next.
I think we're going to try to stay on until Washington makes their pick.
I'd like to see it,
Once Washington makes their pick, then we'll probably call it a night.
Carlos, second year in a row, this was pretty darn fun.
Really wish Dan was here, though. I really do.
Come on, Dan.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year he'll be here.
That music always gets you good. Before the trade, Washington had 2 picks in the top 100 and 3 in the top 150. Now they have 3 in the top 100 and 4 in the top 150 per JP Finley.
It's a good move. It
NBCS.
is. But in terms of quality player, right? They've lost the 2 guys that people had them take. They have to have a plan here. There's a plan.
Agree.
We got let's see it play out.
I agree.
I hope this does not bite them in the ass because this fan base has been through enough. Especially, So I really think Washington they can't mess this up. There's been too much going on. All right, here we go.
The Texans.
Oh my God.
Another one.
So the Texans basically stole the guy that Dallas was looking at, Kenyon Green.
Yay. Nobody for Dallas.
Well, there's still another guy that is listed there. And also, we could just go Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean is still on the board, and who knows, if he might fall all the way to 24. But Kenyon Green is a solid pick. The Commanders are back on the clock. The pick is in. They are making a pick.
The Washington
They are
Commanders,
not playing.
The Washington Commanders. So let's see. Is this going to be a heartbreaker or?
All right. Who do you think they should go with?
Defense.
Okay.
Kyle Hamilton's off.
Kyle Hamilton's gone.
Defense or wide receiver? Man, everybody's cheering for him.
Well, he's from Houston, so he gets to stay there. So either way, he was gonna stay in Texas either way because if he wasn't picked up here, Dallas was gonna pick him up. But now the question is, what does Dallas do? Does Dallas try to move up? In the draft, we're gonna go to a commercial break here, so it'll waste a little more time. I guess the question is, let's have a look then.
I'm very interested to see where they go.
I am too. I'm very interested because they traded back and they missed out on Chris Olave and Kyle Hamilton. So where are we going?
I don't know.
We didn't even talk about this.
What?
Hollywood Brown got traded to the Cardinals.
When?
This was 3 minutes ago.
3 minutes
The Ravens trade wide receiver and number 100th pick in the draft to the Cardinals for the number 23rd pick.
Are you kidding me?
So the Ravens have another pick coming up. They traded Hollywood Brown.
Wow. I don't see that on Twitter.
It's on Bleacher Report. And Arizona announced it. Trade alert. We are acquiring wide receiver Marquise Brown and Baltimore's 3rd round pick from the Ravens in exchange for our 1st round selection.
There it is. Wow. I wonder how our buddy Dan feels right about now.
So they get Kyle Hamilton. They have the 23rd pick coming up, but they lose Hollywood Brown.
Is that a good move?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't really think so. I think Hollywood Brown did very well in Baltimore. But who knows? All right.
What did Dan say? What did he say? What did he just say? He said, what the
He said, what the F?
Oh, he said, what the explicitive? Oh, man. Yeah, wild. All right, come on. He said, I know, I just saw. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come to a close, because it is 9:55, of course, now it is too late for anybody to really put it in order here. We do want to thank Anthony's Pizza for the hospitality again.
Yes.
Thank you for the delicious food and for hosting this event. We hope to come back
Thank you
next
to
year.
Felice Amari,
Yep, thank you, Felice.
ownership, everybody.
The staff here took very good care of us.
Very good care of us. We cannot thank them enough for having us out here to do the thing we enjoy, podcasting. And we enjoy doing this. And it's a lot of fun having a local business like Anthony's having us out. And once again, we can't say enough nice things about how great their food is. And it's amazing. All right, let's see the Commanders.
John Dotson out of Penn State is still available wide receiver wise. They're now announcing it here on ESPN about Hollywood Brown getting traded to the Cardinals for the number 23 pick or for the 23rd pick. Interesting. That's an interesting move by Baltimore, but they get into the first round pick, so maybe they see a wide receiver they really want. Maybe that's why they're getting back in the first round. Who knows? Of course, hopefully, when we come back next year, we hope Dan will be on with us.
That would be nice.
Live next year. Hopefully we can make that work out. But Dan did have some prior engagements that he has to get to. He's obviously a busy man. We hope all is well. We hope to see him soon because we miss him. All right, here we go. Washington's pick. Jahan Dotson, wide receiver out of Penn State. Good pick. That kid is good. That kid is good. He's not up at the same level as like a Chris Olave or as a Jameson Williams, but he's a solid receiver. He's a good number 2.
So Jahan Dotson. It's funny because there was a washout for Washington named Josh Doxson. So it's just fun. Doxson. They sound similar.
Damn, the Chargers pick is in,
and the Chargers pick is in.
Jeez, this is moving quickly now. Philly's up next, but Jahan Dotson, he's a good receiver. He'll be definitely good to have on the other side of Scary Terry. I think he's gonna. He's not a big. He's not necessarily a tall guy. He's only 5'10".
Blockbuster. Titans are planning to trade A.J. Brown to the Eagles. Felice, did you hear that? A.J. Brown is coming to the Eagles, Felice.
A.J. Brown may be coming to the Eagles.
That's per Adam Schefter 2 minutes ago.
Oh, then that's a solid source.
That's a solid source right there. Thumbs up if you can hear that, Felice. A.J. Brown from the Titans.
Hold on. We wait.
Let's see.
We wait. There's a little bit of a delay.
I'm not sure.
No, there is. I can't see him anymore. I lost him.
I don't know.
I can't see him.
He probably didn't hear me.
No, he did. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. I see him now.
And the Chargers pick is in. That's crazy.
This is moving so fast. If that trade is happening, then it's happening right now.
Yes. Let's see.
Zion Johnson. Ooh. That's another guy Dallas was looking at. All right, Eagles are on the clock now. So if this trade, there it is. Eagles are trading the pick to the Titans. It's happened. It has happened. A.J. Brown is an Eagle.
That's crazy.
That is massive. And Tennessee really blowing up that team, huh?
Twitter, man, they're getting to it first. Let's see if there's anything else.
I wish the TV broadcast would put it out more in advance, like announce the trade at like once they say they trade the pick, put up what they traded for.
Well, I'll say this: a lot of my followers on Twitter are not happy that Washington picked Dodson.
Well, that's the thing.
Olave
That's the
or
thing.
Hamilton.
You had the opportunity with if they were going wide receiver. Why didn't they just go with Chris Olave or Jameson Williams? Why did you trade out to get a guy who is a good wide receiver, but isn't necessarily as good as Jameson Williams and Chris Olave are? Yep, there it is. Titans trade wide receiver A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles. That's massive. That's big. That might swing the pendulum to Philly's favor. Because, you know, Dallas hasn't done Jack Diddley's squat this offseason. So while Philly's sitting there improving, we have literally gotten worse. The pick is in for the Houston. They used to be the Houston Oilers, but they are now the Tennessee Titans. The pick is in. Should this be our last pick that we do?
Yeah. The pick. Let's see who the Titans pick, and then unfortunately our time is up.
Yeah, unfortunately we now have to pack up because you know some of us have to be up early in the morning to get to work and have a long drive ahead of them still.
I have to say, Carlos, this was a blast.
It was fun,
my friend.
It was fun.
A lot of fun.
Wish Dan was here. That way we could do the 3-man booth live. We've never done a live show as a 3-man booth in person.
That's crazy though. AJ Brown.
What a wild offseason this has been. What a wild offseason. Now AJ Brown. I mean, what is happening? The Browns are on the move. Hollywood Brown, AJ Brown. Soon we're going to get news that Antonio Brown's been signed. This draft has gone nothing like anybody's predicted so far.
Man, I don't know. I'm not really sure how I like that pick though. Washington. I mean,
it's interesting considering like you could have just gotten Chris Olave. You could have just gotten, you know, Jameson Williams. Like you could have gotten one of these guys instead of, you know, kind of settling for a number 2. Cause like John is his peak is a number 2 receiver. He's never going to overtake Scary Terry. And then but honestly, his most probable position is going to be, he's going to be a number 3. He's going to be a slot receiver because he's not that tall. He's only 5'10". That's only an inch taller than I am because I'm 5'9".
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wait for the Titans pick and then we're out of here. What are you looking forward to for the rest of this draft?
Well, I want to see what Dallas is going to do because honestly, a lot of the guys that were on our board are gone. There is Nakobe Dean still, but who's to say he's going to make it that far? We are still, what are we? We're still about 5 picks away from Dallas. Really, they only get the 18th overall pick and a third round pick for AJ Brown. I would expect them to get a first round pick for next year as well.
I would agree with that.
But I guess they just really wanted to get AJ Brown out of the building. Interesting. I mean, they have completely like blown up that team. Now, all they have is Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill now. They got rid of Julio Jones. Now they got rid of A.J. Brown. Where are they going with this pick? I like Sky Moore. Sky Moore's he's got great upside on him. Traylon Burke out of Arkansas is a great pick as well. Honestly, interesting enough, we have not been talking about quarterbacks lately at all.
There still has not been
one quarterback
pick
taken so far, and I don't see any of the. I mean, Pittsburgh is probably the next best spot for a quarterback to be taken, but after Pittsburgh, I don't really see any other team really taking a quarterback until the second round. So we really could go. I mean, a quarterback's going to be taken. Pittsburgh is probably going to take a quarterback. All right,
the pick is in the Tennessee Titans.
Here comes the commish. Yep, Trayvon Burks from Arkansas. Or Traylon.
Traylon Burks, a wide receiver from Arkansas.
So they have picked A.J. Brown's replacement. He's a solid receiver, he is, but he's not A.J. Brown. And I really don't know what Tennessee's plan is here. I mean, you just went from being the number 1 seed in the AFC to now completely blowing up your team. And they're comparing him a lot to Debo and to A.J. Brown. But, man, wild. New Orleans is on the clock. Wild couple picks that we were here for.
Yep.
It's always wild. I wish we could stay for the whole first round, but we got to get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again, Anthony's Pizza, home of the Warrior. Carlos, thank you for coming out, for doing this. This was a blast, a lot of fun here at Anthony's Pizza, our live podcast for the NFL draft. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the draft. This event would not be possible without our sponsors, PM Plus Reserves, Shenandoah Primitives, Dr. Dave Leadership Corporation, and Mark Francis with Icon Real Estate. Once again, big thanks to Felice Amari and ownership.
Whoa. Whoa.
All right. Thanks to Felice Amari and ownership here at Anthony's Pizza for having us out once again, and hopefully we'll be doing this again soon.
Dan, we love you. We miss you. We hope you can come on next year, but we'll see you soon, buddy.
Dan, we miss you. Carlos, thank you again. Until the next time you see us or hear us, make sure you check us out. All streaming platforms, all social media platforms, www.kirbyonsports.com. And until the next time you see us, always remember to create greatness. We say so long and peace out.